everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle. I do all things budgeting. I also include work week lunches, grocery hauls, and meal planning. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, as you can see from the title, this is going to be my debt confessions. So I have finally sat down and totaled all of my debt to go over with you guys today on what my plans are, how much I am in debt, and what I want to do to be able to be consumer debt free by the end of this year. We'll see how that goes, but I sort of have a plan and I'm thinking that it might just work out. So let's just get on. So in December of 2020, I purchased my first house with my partner. It was a very long time coming because for a long time we thought that we would never be able to own our first home just because everyone kept telling us that we needed to do this, we needed to do that, and nothing that they were telling us to do was helping our credit or doing anything for us. Finally, in July of 2020, we were able to find somebody who understood our situation and got us the help that we needed. We saved our money and we moved in. So all of last year, I was pretty much credit card debt free. I had paid off my credit cards and I was working on paying off my car. And then when we found out that we were going to be purchasing our first home, I put my car payment or like my debt payment for my car on pause so that I was able to save for my house. Now, by no means am I rich, so no, I was unable to save for my house and also make other huge payments on my car. So I picked my house, of course, over my car. But now we are in 2021. Today is February the 24th. And now I am on pace to hopefully pay off my car by April, but we'll see how that goes. So with that being said, I did get into a little bit of credit card debt. Now, it's not like crazy 10 grand, 30 grand or anything like that, but I also didn't have enough time to be able to save for everything that I wanted to be able to purchase for our home and just kind of replenishing the things that we no longer have like in our apartment and stuff like that. And I kind of just in my eyes kind of just miscalculated how I was going to be taking care of these things, when I was going to get them, and when I, just getting it all together. So instead of kind of maybe pacing myself, I kind of did it all at one time, and it still didn't work out that way because I'm still like buying extra stuff and doing all sorts of things. So I'm taking today to kind of reel myself in and get myself back into a position to be credit card debt free, consumer debt free, and then just only have our mortgage, which maybe starting next year, we will start kind of paying extra payment to those. So currently I have $17,320.57 worth of like consumer debt. Now, I do want to just make this disclaimer that to me, all debt are not equal. And there are more debt. There are some debts that I'm more worried about or I'm going to be aggressively taking care of before other debts. So we are just going to go down the list and talk about what these debts are and what I plan on paying. I have my little cheat sheet here with all of my debts. So if you guys see me looking down, that is the reason. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out of all the 17,000, it's between 7 debts. That's 5, Janelle, that you're holding up, but 7 debts. Okay, so the first one is going to be PayPal. And PayPal currently has $1,531.43. Now, this debt is a credit card. And this debt is one of those debts that are not created equally because I actually have 6 months of zero interest on any purchases over $100 or actually $99. So a lot of the purchases that has been made with this card is on a zero interest. And a huge portion of this was when I paid my 6-month premium for my car insurance, and that was always something that I knew in my head was going to get charged to one of my credit cards, and then I was going to pay it off. I just wasn't anticipating that I was going to have other debt that I was going to need to pay off as well, and so this didn't turn out in the best way, but that is majority of my debt. And then I did use this card to also just purchase some smaller things for the house, random stuff, and so there's a small portion of this debt that does get a small interest rate on, but most of it is zero interest, and it's for 6 months. So I'm hoping that by time May, June, this will actually be paid off, so I shouldn't have paid much interest on that one. My second debt is going to be Discover. Now, yes, if you guys have been watching my channel, I did pay off Discover, and I'm only adding this credit card as a debt because it currently has money on there, but it is not getting any interest. My statement balance was $154, and that will be paid off for the 8th of March. And then the extra $40 or so that I added on there will get paid off in April when that statement closes and it's time to get paid. So I'm not really worried about this debt much, but if I do make extra money and I can knock it out sooner rather than later, then I will do that. My next debt is my Capital One credit card. And I've talked about this since, I want to say, January. Not that we're very far into the year, but this card I did use to purchase a lot of our household items, and partly because I thought that I was going to get my Capital One card in time, and it ended up not coming in time, and I still needed to get some of the things that I got. So I ended up using that card instead, and I wanted to use my PayPal card so that I didn't have to worry about interest for a couple of months. But that is okay. That debt, before I say that, Discover has $199.12, if I didn't say that already. And then my Capital One credit card has $903.17 on there. So that card is getting interest. So I do want to make sure that I'm able to pay that off sooner rather than later. And then my next debt that I have is my Capital One Auto, which is my current debt that I'm putting all of my money towards so that I can go ahead and pay that up. And the reason I'm actually wanting to pay this one off first instead of my smaller debt is because when this car gets paid off, it will actually free up $500 for me to go ahead and tackle some of my other debt. And so that is why I'm wanting to pay this car off. And currently right now I owe $2,901.37. So my goal is to try to maybe cut back on some stuff and hope that I make some extra commission money and see if I can get this paid off by the end of April, because once my car is paid off, you guys, I'm not worried about too much at all. So that's Capital One. My next debt is going to be my TD Bank Ashley's Furniture card. So this is the card that I use to buy our furniture. So I got 2 credit cards, or I ended up getting 3. I canceled one because I didn't want it. It was a whole debacle, you guys, but I kept the other 2, and then my partner got an Ashley's Furniture card as well too. So he has some furniture that he bought with his card, and then I have some furniture that I bought with my card. So this is the first one I used, and on this card there is $5,633 on there. This is 0 interest for 60 months, so I am not too crazy about needing to pay it off in the next month or two, but I do want to try and pay it off by the end of the year. We'll see how that goes, but I do just want to pay it off so that I don't have to worry about all of this like miscellaneous $29, $30, $50 payments all over the place, but it is 0 interest for the next 60 months, so I do have time if I just want to hold off on that and pay it off next year or something like that, and focus on some other goals like making sure our emergency fund gets fully set up and everything like that. So hold on just a second, you guys. Sorry, you guys, my phone was ringing. But like I was saying, so I'm not in a huge rush to pay it off, but I do just want to pay it off because I don't want to have those like extra payments lingering around. I do want to be able to get my paycheck and have my paycheck and not keep paying all of these extra things back and forth. Now, my second credit card is going to be my Synchrony Ashley's Furniture card. And that one is literally just recently. That charge was done on Sunday, which was, I want to say, the 22nd of February. And that was because we decided to get the last piece for our bedroom set because it does make sense for us to get it. We weren't originally going to get it, but they still had it. And so we got that one. And that one is $952.48. It has not posted yet, but I have the actual invoice. So I know that's the only thing that I charged to that card. This one is also on a 0 interest for 24 months. So this one, of course, will definitely get paid off sooner rather than later. And it's a small portion as well, too. So I'm also not very worried about this debt either. But like I said, I don't want to have to keep worrying about all of these small little increments that I need to pay. I just want to go ahead and pay it off and just be done with it. So that is that. And then my last debt that I have is my Great Lakes debt, and that is my small student loan for $5,200. If you aren't watching my budgeting videos, you definitely should. And I talk about how right now I am taking the monthly payments that I would be paying to them and I'm putting it into my savings account. I know right now there are talks about them potentially forgiving some or all of your loans. And they are also in forbearance until the end of September. So what I am doing, instead of actually making the payment to them, I am putting it in my savings so that it can grow until it's time to maybe either make a payment or keep it in my savings. So I am saving the money, and then if they decide that they want to go ahead and forgive the debt, then I'll have the money for savings, or if I want to go ahead and throw it to another debt to speed up the process of me paying off my debt, then I have that option. If they don't go ahead and actually forgive any debt, then I'll have the money that once it comes out of forbearance, I should have that $5,200 to go ahead and pay it off. So those are my 7 debts, you guys, that I have. As you can see, my biggest focus right now is to pay off my car and then my 2 debts on my credit cards, but any of my furniture or my student loans, it's not a huge deal for me right now. It is going to change my net worth when I close it out for February, which is gonna suck, but I think this is the best way for me to see how important it is for me to get out of consumer debt and start building wealth. So once again, I am $17,320.57 in debt. I am not going to be talking about my mortgage because I'm just not adding that in this debt total right now. And it's a debt that I share with my partner as well too. These are debts that are just all mine. So this debt is what I am going to see if I can accomplish. It's going to be a very big feat because $17,000 is a lot, but I would like to get a lot of this paid off. So we'll see how it goes, but definitely check out my debt update video because I'm actually going to be showing you guys how I will go forward in tracking my debt and what my plan is to get some of these debt knocked out. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys in the next one.